MAT 0028, Final Exam Review. The first problem we have is an order of operations problem. It has different operations in it. So we go through our list. First we look for parentheses. There are none. Second, we would look for exponents. There are none. Third, multiplication or division. And we do have those. The rule is go left to right. So whichever of those you find first, you will do. So we have 2 times 8 is 16. And then we'll continue on. 16 divided by 4 is 4. You can bring down the rest of the problem. 3 plus 4 gives us 7. So our choice is B. Problem 2 is also an order of operations problem. This one does have parentheses, and you're going to work from the inside out. So any math that's inside the parentheses, you need to do first. This will give us 8. You need to keep the parentheses because there is an exponent. If we had more parentheses, we could do them on the same line. Level 2 is work out any exponents. So we do have an exponent. 8 squared means 8 times 8 is 64. We'll bring everything else down. Third level, multiplication or division, left to right. So we do have a division. 64 divided by 8 is 8. Minus 9, or 8 and a negative 9, will give us a negative 1. So our choice is B. Problem 3 is to simplify, and we have absolute values. And these are separate absolute values, so we'll just do each one separately as opposed to math inside one absolute. Right, so absolute means distance from 0. So this first one, absolute of 15, is just 15. The next one, absolute of negative 2, will be 2 spaces. You don't care which side it's on when it's absolute. The sign that's in between, just bring it down, whatever you have. The third one, absolute of negative 13. It is 13 spaces. You don't care which side it's on. And just bring down your sign. And now we're just going to go left to right because it's down to the add and subtract level. So 15 minus 2 would give us 13, plus 13 will give us 26. So our choice on this one is B. For our fourth one, we're going to simplify. We will go in the parentheses first. We cannot do anything because they're not like terms. So to get the parentheses off, we'll distribute. You go up through the sign. Never go past the sign. So we have a negative 4 times x will give us negative 4x. On the next one, you have negative 4 times a negative 3 will give you a positive 12. Parentheses comes off. We'll bring down the rest. And then you're looking for any like terms. So they have to have the same variable to be like terms. X terms can go together. You're working with the coefficients. You have different signs, so you're going to subtract sign of the larger, keep the variable, and then you will put the constants together, 6 and positive 12. So both positive, so they're going to add and stay positive. So plus 18, negative 2x plus 18. Your choice this time is D. Problem 5 is an evaluate problem, which means we're going to substitute. Substitute the given values into the variables and then use order of operations. So 2 is going into the y, negative 2 is going into the x, and 1 into the z, and this y will also go in the other spot. Right, so first we're going to plug in a y, which is 2. Keep your minus. We're plugging in for x a negative 2. Don't lose a sign there. Plus 3 times y times z. Times y is 2 times z is 1. Now we go with order of operations. These parentheses don't count because they don't have math inside. There is no exponent. Third level is multiplication or division. So we do have some multiplication. You go across left to right. So 3 times 2 is 6, times 1 is still 6. We'll bring everything else down. So we have 2 minus a negative 2. Then we'll go across left to right because this is really just add and subtract level. So for our first one, remember when you have minus a negative, that makes a plus. So 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 6 gives us 10. So our choice this time is A. Problem 6 is an equation. We're going to solve for x. If it did not have the word solve, the equals would be enough. We will need to simplify first. So on the left-hand side, we need to get the parentheses off. So we have to distribute. 2 times 4x will give us 8x. 2 times 3 will give us 6. Parentheses comes off. We'll bring down the rest. Right, now you have an equation. What you want to notice is that you have x on both sides. So you need to get rid of one of those. You can get rid of either one. It doesn't matter. I'm going to choose to get rid of the 7x. So that is a positive 7x. To make it cancel, I have to do a minus 7x. And I'm going to write horizontal. If you want to write under, that's okay. Just put it right underneath the one it matches. So subtracting 7x from both sides. This one will wipe out. That's our plan. And we'll clean up. 8x minus 7x is 1x. Plus 6 equals negative 5. Now you have a one-step equation. Go back on the side with the x. You want to get rid of the 6. It's added, so you will take it away to make it cancel. Do the same on both sides. Clean up. So you have x equals, what's your signs? Like signs. They're going to add and keep the sign. So our answer this time is C. Problem 7 is also an equation. We're going to solve for x. This equation has a fraction. Anytime we have that, we want to clear the fraction out. We do that by finding the common denominator. The only denominator we have in this problem is a 4. So that is going to be our common denominator. And what you're going to do is multiply by that 4 all the way across. So you're going to multiply every term on both sides by the 4. Then we're going to clean up. And our 4 here will cancel. That was our plan. We wanted to cancel all the fractions out. 4 times 5 is 20. And on the other side, 4 times 3 is 12. Now you have a standard two-step equation. Work on the side with your variable and take off anything added or subtracted. So that 20 is going to come off. It's subtracted, so I'm going to add to make it cancel. Do the same to both sides. So I have 3x equals 32. And then you're going to divide by 3. This one is not going to work out even. So our answer will be a fraction. X equals 32 over 3. So our answer this time is A. Problem 8 is a formula problem, and it asks us to solve for A. So it has lots of variables. It has to tell us which one. So we're going to isolate the A. You go on the side with the A and take off anything added or subtracted to the A term. So the minus 7b needs to come off first. To make it cancel, we will add a 7b. So I'm just bringing down what I have, and I'm going to add a 7b. Bring your equal straight down. and add 7b on that side. Vertical notation does not work so well with formulas because you don't get like terms. So we have 2a equals 9c plus 7b. Nothing you can do. Those are not like terms. We're trying to get the a. So go back on that side and you're going to divide out your 2. Just do it under the whole piece on this side. I know when we got down to slope with lines, we did not. We did separate pieces. But for formulas, just do it with 1. 9c plus 7b over 2. A is isolated. That was our goal. Our choice this time will be D. You have to watch your signs. If our choice was not there, there is another form you could have. You could have A equals 7b plus 9c. The order could be switched there because it's addition over the 2. That would be an equivalent answer. Problem 9, we're going to solve, and this time we have an inequality instead of an equation. It works like an equation. We're going to isolate the variable. What you have to watch out for is if you divide by a negative, your inequality symbol reverses. It will flip over. So first we will simplify on the left. So we have 4 times 3 is 12. And 4 times minus x will be minus 4x. Keep your symbol. Right, now we have x on both sides. So we want to get rid of one of those terms. Inequalities are easier to work with if you keep the variable on the left. So because of that, we will choose to get rid of the x. So it's a positive 1x. To get rid of it, I'm going to take it away. I'm just going to put it after my x term. And on the right-hand side, it is going to cancel out. That's our plan. Clean up on the left. 12, and this will give us a minus 5x. It's greater than 2. Now you want to isolate your x, so we're going to take off that 12. It's a positive 12, so to make it cancel, we need to take it away from both sides. Clean up. So if negative 5x is greater than, watch your signs here. Different signs, subtract, sign of the larger. Now you're down to the step you have to watch for because you're ready to divide. If your coefficient is negative, you have to divide by negative. This time it is, so that means our symbol is going to flip. So I'm going to take an extra line since my symbol is going to flip because I'm dividing by negative 5. So my order is switching. And we'll clean up. So we get x is less than your 2 negatives here. That is even will give you a positive. 5 into 10 will go 2. So x is less than 2. Our choice this time is C.